Hello, Assalamu alaikum, adab, and welcome to Goff Shoff with EjaySam. As I already afnara hol balasun, afnara Ramzan kub balwi gese, afnara holi shustu asun, ar MBS fokutaki a huge Eid Mubarak. So, hokasai, kita horazai is. Let's see, how many people have we got watching tonight? Got a couple of people have already joined us, which is good. So in the meantime, I'm thinking you could share parini. So let's see if I can, like share the video and get a few more people to come and join us. People have already joined us. There we go, that's better. We've got Lutfur Rahman Bhai and Mujahid Khan is watching. Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to the show. Eid Mubarak to you guys. So let's have a look. Let's get these shared out so we can hopefully get a few more viewers. Let's see how we go about this one. Right. Okie. So, let's see now. Let's get all this started. Should be here somewhere. I know this is really badly organized, so yeah, trying to find my footing again. Here we go. We've got 4 people, which is brilliant. Thank you very much. We've got Lenny Sai, Chinese Bhai, Muhammad Ali, Abdul Mumin is watching, Idris Ali Bhai is watching, my co-pilot. Assalamu alaikum guys and Eid Mubarak. Right, so before we actually go into anything, we need to start sharing this. So let's see now. Who shall I share it to? Let's share it to the MBS group. We don't want them to miss out. Sharing that to the MBS group. Share this. My news feed, and let's share it to ILB. Right, so now that the sharing is done, that's out of the way. Let's get the show on the road. So let's see. Lady Sayyah Huida, salam, walaikum salam. Where's your body? Muhammad Ali is again. My body is missing in action. Obviously, because the studio is in Rochdale, it's literally in my living room. So it is like, he has to go to work in the morning, and sometimes I'm not sure that it drags on for about a couple of hours, and by the time he gets home, relaxes and gets to bed, it's quite late. So he won't be coming on a regular basis, but he will come every odd show. So hopefully, you guys bear with us, whilst we're trying to organize something that's mutually accessible by all parties. Chinese way of Huida. Assalamu alaikum salam bhai, how are you? How was Ramadan and plenty of handesh, I hope? Yes, Alhamdulillah, Ramzan was great, fantastic. The first couple of days as everyone finds it, you know, it's a little bit difficult, but after the first couple of days, it's like going down the hill. Brilliant, fantastic. We've got Koya Sally joined us just now. Assalamu alaikum bro, Eid Mubarak. Right, so today what are we doing? Firstly, I'd like to welcome everyone who's joined us so far to the first show after Eid. Secondly, a massive Eid Mubarak to everyone, and hopefully, you know, Ramzan Kubbalu gese and everyone's in good health. And right, so next, moving on, well, I've got a little agenda list, so I'm going to try and keep the show as short as possible, but at the same time interactive, informative, unless of course we have specific guests touching certain topics. So Jackson Mia is watching. Assalamu alaikum bro, Eid Mubarak. Jackson Mia is saying, how was your holiday? It was very brief. Only lasted literally a day. So, you know, I'll tell you more about it when I give you the update of what's happening on, you know, in MBS. Right. Lenny say all disappeared. I'm not sure what you mean by all disappeared, but okay. Jaffi Mia from Bangladesh is watching. Assalamu alaikum Jaffi Mia. Eid Mubarak bro. Lenny say Goff Shoff with only Sam. Yes, yes. Goff Shoff with only Sam at the moment. It was a last minute thing, and you know, it is very tired, so yes, Goff Shoff with Sam. Jaffi Mia with a hi bro. Hi back to you. Amra Bodruddin Khan dekhra yo. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak bhai asha kori bala asun. Abdul Kamal is watching. Assalamu alaikum bro. Eid Mubarak. Samsul Islam is watching all the way from London. Assalamu alaikum bro. Eid Mubarak. Paul Motley is watching. Ah, a surprise, surprise. Welcome to the show, Mr. Motley. I hope you find this quite entertaining. The show is usually in Banglish, half Bangla and half English. Therefore, it's Banglish. Hope you enjoy the show. So, going down my little checklist, and like I said, I'm going to try my best to keep the videos short and to the point, unless of course, you know, we go into a debate discussion, or you know, I have guests who actually, you know, talk about specific topics. So first of all, I'd like to thank the viewers for all the support you've given us over the past 1 year. Yes, it's our birthday today. Today, it's literally, you know, like on this day last year, we had our first broadcast. Even though, you know, it was only like we put our logo up on our YouTube channel and on Facebook, and we did a little update video, and you know, like the tag video or the trailer, erehhunchoni. Officially we started roughly about a week later. I think it was on the 26th, and 27th was the first music show we had. But nonetheless, it's a year. And MBS came about last Ramzan, as most of you know, last Ramzan over a discussion over iftar, and we decided, yes, let's go ahead and, you know, like, go for it. Let's do it. Right, okay. Koya Salya Huida Kitawa. Eid Mubarak EjaySam Samsul Islam Huida. Eid Mubarak to you, bro. Jackson's having a lol. Banglish classic. Koya Salya Ganun Hun Lagao. It's not a gun show today, I'm afraid. Gan Uibo. I'm working on, you know, like trying to organize a show. So that's you know, happening behind the scenes. It's a bit difficult to organise, especially when you don't have access to a studio or a venue which is accessible for the general members. So at the moment we're struggling for, you know, a venue, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we're working on that. Where's the sweets at? It's in my belly, my friend. Chinese Bayazagada, where's the sweets at? It's in my belly. It went through here, travelled all the way through, and ended up right here. Jackson, where's the rasmalais? Same place, bro. Same place, right here. Mohsin Chaudhary is watching. Assalamu alaikum, bro. He's my Deshi Bhai and my cousin as well. Even though, you know, he probably doesn't recognise me. I've been meaning to give him a call, but, you know, life is quite busy, so never got the time. I was actually thinking about him this afternoon when I was going through a couple of Facebook posts, and they had a college reunion which is coming up. I think, Mohsin Chaudhary, can you let me know when the college reunion is? I think it's in November or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right, okay. Koyasal is saying, Mutoi 7-8 জন মানুষ গান লাগাও 70 জন হইব. Yes, true. But unfortunately, I don't have access to any of that, so I can't do that. I can't give in to your request. Right. Gorom Jilabi, yes. Gorom Jilabi asil before they went into my belly. Any news on the cooking show? Chinese by years ago, that? Yes, there is. We're actually, at the moment, I'm a bit stuck for equipment. So quite recently, I've managed to get hold of 3 cameras, so I can, you know, film everything simultaneously at the same time. And what I need now is a controller device. A device where I can do live cuts from one camera to another. As you can all guess, you know, these things are quite expensive, and it's currently out of my budget, so I'm working on that. I've been thinking of doing something on a pre-recorded way. So one camera, record everything, bring it back home, pop it into the PC, chop, snip, glue and paste, copy and paste, so on and so forth, put it together. But it's going to take a lot of time. And my PC is a bit aging, so that's the next thing on my list to do. Mustafizur Rahman is watching as well. Assalamu alaikum, bro. Eid Mubarak. Jackson Mia Huida Kita. Chinese Bay, reveal yourself. That is a mystery. A lot of us would like to know who you are, Mr. Chinese Bay. When will we get to know? The suspense is killing us all. Jaffi Mia sent us a Bangladeshi flag. Good on you, lad. Thank you. So, going back, I'd just like to say, you know, like, I appreciate that the timing that we have is not ideally suited for, you know, majority of the people who are working in the restaurants, in the restaurant trade, simply because around this time, you know, things start to unwind, you know, time to sort of tidy up and so on and so forth. And a lot of people actually end up watching the show after we finish. So after they come back from work, they get to watch it. Now, I've thought about, you know, like changing the timetable, you know, simply because, you know, my co-pilot this way, his problem seems to be that, you know, because the show sometimes rolls over past midnight, you know, it gets a bit difficult for him because it takes him half an hour to get home, and, you know, as you know, it takes about half an hour to unwind, and then, you know, before you even know it, it's like 1:30, nearly 2 o'clock, and he has to go to work in the morning. So it's a bit difficult, it's a bit hard for him. So, right, so going back to my list, আমি অতটুকু আমি কইতাম চাই যে আপনারা যারা দর্শকবৃন্দ এখন আসুন আপনারা সকলরে আমি মানে আন্তরিকভাবে আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাইতাম চাই আপনারা বিগত 1 বছরের যে সাপোর্ট দিচ্ছেন আমার লগে আমরার লগে আসুন এখনো আর আশা করি থাকবা আমরা অরিজিনালি আমরা ইরাদা আছিল যে আমরা মিউজিক শো করমু documentaries করমু various different interviews community interest topics লিয়ে আমরা আলাপ আলোচনা করমু বিভিন্ন ধরনের গেস্ট হল আমরা আনমু শোর মাঝে but unfortunately you know like a few months in you know আমার যে partner হল আসলা you know obviously everyone has to work around family commitment work commitment and you know অনেক সময় বাক্কা difficult হয়ে যায় so you know এর মাঝে মানে খের আবার মানে শরীরও অসুস্থ and আমরা you know it just becomes really hard to actually maintain everything so for that reason you know like I've just left it at you know like আমরা musical events যখন হয় না and as and when you know like everyone can get together we get together আর for the time being ওখান আমি আপাতত চালাইয়া যাইতাম until you know like we got all the equipment everything you know like getting our equipment you know lighting cameras controllers are at a decent PC so bear with us you know like that's something that we're working on aske show obviously আমরা রমজানের আগে আমি মানে আপনারা শুনাইছিলাম যে we're going to try and have an Eid show for you but sadly আমরা you know like we have a bit of politics amongst us you know as you probably know আমরা Bengali politics কিছু আছে যার কারণে you know it's been really difficult to try and get everyone together again খালি politics or not it's also to do with you know people's work commitments family commitments and everything else so I'm not just blaming politics it's anything and everything put together which essentially you know it makes it difficult for everyone to sort of give a set time and date so unfortunately we couldn't bring you a music show instead there was a music show I think it was on Monday but unfortunately I was out of the country on Monday so I couldn't actually broadcast or record that event so sorry I just didn't know it was a spur of the moment something that they you know put together and they had so sadly we missed out on that but never mind agamite aro aibo I think you know like some of my partners in crime are you know like in discussions with a couple of artists so hopefully fingers crossed again we should be able to you know like sort of land a decent music show very soon keep watching the channel আপনারা আপডেট দিতে থাকবো তো আজকের অনুষ্ঠানটা you know mainly is just a quick update আপনারা অলরেডি জানাইলাম যে you know what MBS is up to in the interim right so here comes the interesting bit really interesting so রোজার আগে একটা পোস্ট দিছিলাম আমি and the post was about a competition to win mugs MBS mugs these mugs can you see them oh hang on there we go yeah to win some of these আমরা তোরা কিছু sponsorship পাইছিলাম and I decided that okay obviously you know like the sponsorship the paisi it wasn't enough to actually buy equipment so I decided you know I'll buy some mugs for the followers and competition holding, it's just a bit of fun, and it's a good way of, you know, like sort of rewarding people that actually, you know, watch the show and share and so on. So روزانه اگه competition اختا asil আর competition নিয়ম asil একটা শর্ত asil একটা যে আপনারা YouTube page যাইবা আমরা YouTube channel গিয়া subscribe মারবা subscribe মাইরা inbox করতা MBS তে inbox হইরা নানে খালি হইতা done আর এটার reply আমি দিমু আপনারা একটা নাম্বার দিয়া. So everyone that has inboxed me, you know, I've replied with your number. Keep an ear out, and you know, later on in the comments, I mean, number gulo ami type hoire dimu comments er maze. So if these numbers match, get in touch with me, because literally there's hundreds of messages, and mashallah, you know, just to sort of give you a few stats, currently we have 925 YouTube subscribers. That's amazing, you know. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, out of those 925 people, some are friends and family, so the first 60, 70-ish are friends and family, and the rest are, you know, some people have, you know, like joined, some people have joined because of the competition. However, some people haven't actually texted me, inboxed me, saying done, and therefore I couldn't give them a number. So for that reason, I got roughly about 250-ish messages. So we've got roughly about 150 numbers, but to be honest with you, the first few people who have actually, you know, like texted me, and you know, I've given them the number. I'm gonna, you know, open up an app, you know, just a random number generator, and put in the range. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the range from 1 to 925. There are some numbers that haven't actually, there are some people who haven't actually texted me. Therefore, I can't verify whether they have subscribed or not. So what I'm gonna do, I have 3 mugs to give away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look. Check my messages later on, and you guys also, you know, like check your messages, and if you have inbox me again, and I can verify it, because you know, 250 odd messages is a task in itself to try and find it. So therefore what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick 6 random numbers. I mean, bound to, you know, like sort of get at least 2 to 3 people, you know, I'm sure. If not, no worries. I'm hoping to get more sponsorships, and with that, you know, I'm thinking of buying a few more mugs. So again, yes, it will be a regular thing. So I'll come up with the conditions, post it, you guys join, and I'll send you the mugs out if you win. Right, so going back, so we've got 925 YouTube subscribers. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I've looked at the statistics, and we've got quite a few, you know, out of England. So we've got Bangladesh, we've got some in America, Germany, various parts of Europe. Right, we've got getting quite a few messages here, so I'm just going to quickly read some of it out. Right, okay. Oh, Ahmed Hussein is watching. Assalamu alaikum, bro. Eid Mubarak. Jackson saying, We ain't going nowhere as long as Team MBS is there. Great, fantastic. It's good to know, you know, the force. You are in the field. It's good to know. Mohammed Mahmoud is watching. Batiza, Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak. Thank you for joining us. Jackson Mia saying, if MBS goes down, we go down with it. Let's not go to take drastic measures. You know, we're not ready to go down yet. If we're gonna go down, we're gonna go down with a fight. We've got Abdul Musabir watching. Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak. Thank you for joining us. Chinese by saying, set up a Just Giving page. I'm sure we can donate towards a community show. Thank you very much. I have been actually thinking about a Patreon support page, but to be honest with you, you know how it is. I'm that community there. It's hit and miss. You see, we have so many viewers. We have so many viewers on and offline. You know, hardly anyone like the post or share the post or even comment. They just watch it for, say, I don't know, 10-15 minutes and then just disappear. So let's see how it goes. You know, we're actually thinking of, I'm going to talk about, you know, like some of the projects that we're thinking of doing. So let's see. Tawheed Rahman is watching. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak Baisab. I hope you're all right. Thank you for joining us. Zoldi huna bai, hunai muba, hunai mu, onajidu hunai later to gorogya, atwa wataya wita bai. Hang on. Let the suspense build up. Time nai. Well, if you're busy, come back to the video later afterwards. We've got Ansar Mia watching. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak, bro. Thank you for joining us. Chinese Bay, do I get a mug for being a regular? Well, like everyone else, it's only fair if you were to join into the competition. All you had to do was go to the YouTube page, subscribe, and then message me through MBS saying done. And once I receive your message, I would send you a number out. And then once the draw takes place, I shout the number out or I type the number on, and then you just basically say, yes, I won, if you have won. I will check my messages, and if I can verify, yes, I'll send it out to you. And ideally, in an ideal world, I would love to give out, you know, mugs, t-shirts, car stickers to everyone. And that's the honest truth. Seriously, hand on heart. I would love to give everyone, you know, like a mug, car stickers, t-shirt, or even a cap. But sadly, because MBS is not generating income, that means it either has to come from my pocket, and I only work part-time, bro. So, you know, it's quite hard, you know, running a family, you know, it's quite tough, and I'm not that rich, unfortunately. So, you know, it's all down to, you know, like people sponsoring, or, you know, if people ask me to do a show and, you know, like they put a little towards saying, oh, thanks for, you know, like sort of filming us or whatever, you know, whatever they wish, you know, there's no set price, whatever they can afford, whatever they give as a gift, happily give, I'm happy to accept. And none of that goes into my pocket. Anything that we have received so far has either gone towards the merchandise, and, you know, hopefully, you know, like just to sort of make it look professional when we go out filming. You know, I'm thinking of getting t-shirts done. I'm thinking of getting fleece jackets done. So when we're out filming, you know, people can see who we are. They know who we are, and it looks more professional. But that's something we're working up on. Right. Bye. To me, Jackson, bye. Next time, invite Khoro, you will get more viewers. Good, good. Yes. Jackson, me invite Khortam. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've seen Jackson me has been pretty busy over the past couple of days, you know, shooting up and down the country. You never know. You never know. You know, I might even join him on the road one day and do a road show. Who knows? Oh, we've got Sheila Khanum is watching as well. Assalamu alaikum, Sheila Khanum. Sheila Khanum, Eid Mubarak. I hope you had a wonderful Ramzan and a fantastic Eid. Thank you for joining us. Jackson, you get more viewers when you go live. Yeah, he does. He's a celebrity in his own right. Gonna start my YouTube channel. Yes, right. Okay, wait forward. We've got Shazan Mia watching as well. Assalamu alaikum, Shazan Bhai. Eid Mubarak. I hope you had a fantastic Rosa. Right, okay. Jackson Mia saying, I'm not fully up to date how YouTube channel works yet. No worries, no worries. I'll give you a bell sometime and, you know, like talk through it one day, very soon. It's not that difficult. You shoot videos, you hit the upload, it uploads. If you want to directly, you know, upload it, you can do from your phone or, you know, like your computer. If you want to edit it, obviously, you know, like you chop, put together, upload. There's nothing to it really. You know, there are a couple of tips and tricks about, you know, search engine optimization. When we chat, we can go through all that. I'll walk you through it. Ansar Mia is watching as well. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Ansar Mia. Eid Mubarak. Achagari balaso. And thank you for joining. Ejay, you should take part in Rochdale Bangladeshi community policies. You're good at it, bro. I like to keep my, you know, like nose out of politics. I'll end up having more enemies than friends. That's dangerous, especially in my line of interest. It's really dangerous. Ansar Bhai, Ansar Mia, how are you? Alhamdulillah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, let's see. Nizamuddin is watching as well. Assalamu alaikum, Nizam Bhai. Hope you're all right. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah, if only that was as easy as that, bro. You know, it does the cheating with any. So that would be cheating, that. And you know, I'm sure, you know, like there are so many people worthy, so many regular viewers, and it's going to be really unfair on them. So I can't do that. It's not ethical. It's not right. So let's see. Oh, we've got Tahira Begum as well. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak, and thank you for joining. Let's see. Yeah, today's topic is just a quick update. Really, we're not talking about anything serious. We might touch on something, you know, later on after I've given everyone the updates. So essentially, I'm going to go back to giving you the statistics. Essentially, so far, you know, today is MBS's birthday. So MBS started posting on this date last year, and so far we've got 925 YouTube subscribers, which is phenomenal, and 165,000 views worldwide. That, okay, you know, considerably we are small fish compared to, you know, like other channels, but 165k is, you know, something not to be sniffed at. And here's another funny statistic, well, not funny but amazing really, is that So far, we've got 5,970,000 minutes viewed, which equates to almost 11.5 years of viewing, approximately. Now that is mind-blowing. That is just, that is crazy. That is crazy. And it's all down to you, the viewers, the supporters. Thank you very much. Right, okay. So going back to the update, the most popular videos on Facebook, whether it's live or afterwards, put onto YouTube, the most popular videos are the music shows, obviously because everyone's into music. And the chat shows do well on Facebook. We tend to get roughly, it's not huge, we tend to get roughly around the 1,500 views mark, whether it's live or after the program finishes. People come from work, watch it, so it's still, it's not too bad. It's still, like super thumbs up. We've got, who else have we got now? We have Farooq Ali and Ansaruddin Baisab. They are watching. Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak guys. Thank you for joining us. So, so ultimately, yeah, so ultimately, like talking about, yeah, right, going back to the popular videos, again, like I was saying, the popular videos are the music shows, the music videos, and, like, if you go to the YouTube channel, some videos have actually reached roughly around 6,000 views. So that's pretty, pretty cool, really. Considering, like, not many people actually share, the videos or, like, our broadcasts, live shows. Not many people share, which is a shame, really, because if you guys, enjoy, then please share. Let other people, like, get the opportunity to watch. Help us out, help us out to spread out and, like, reach more people. Eid Mubarak to everyone. Pray for me, not well. Eid Mubarak to you, Baisab. You're not well. What's up? Allah Shifat, Dan Horta. You get well very soon, and we'll see you very, very soon. Inshallah, when I come down to your neck of the woods. Right, let's see. Yeah, so going back, yeah, about the music shows. Obviously, because the music shows are popular, they tend to sort of pull crowds from all walks of life. And we get viewers from, the States, Europe, Middle East. A lot of people do, like, join in because everyone likes to sort of chill out, relax and enjoy, a good music show. The only downside is with the music shows, unfortunately, it costs money. Nanumia has joined. Assalamu alaikum, Nanumia. Eid Mubarak. Thank you for joining us. Going back, yeah, so I was saying about music shows, unfortunately they cost money. And that's something that we don't have a lot of. Sometimes, yeah, I can pull a few strings with friends and, get some people together. But most of the time, because some of them, sing professionally, perform professionally, it's very cheeky. It's really, really cheeky to ask them to do something for nothing. And they're not really benefiting, to be honest with you. Now, going back to the roots of MBS, MBS was actually founded on the idea that we want to sort of promote new hidden talent in our community. And originally we had the vision of starting local, within the Northwest, and work our way outwards towards England. And we had high hopes of hitting Europe even, at a later stage. But unfortunately, like the way we planned things out, and we thought that we'd get some sponsorships, sponsorships as in like something towards like helping these shows happen, towards travel expenses for the artists. It's only decent to actually ask, like reimburse them for their travel costs. Otherwise it's really cheeky, isn't it? Asking them to come and perform for you, spending their own money coming down, and then you're not treating them or anything, hospitality, etc, etc. It's super cheeky. It's not right. So because of that, we're just sort of putting things on hold for the time being, until A, we find a good venue, and B, we find some sort of financial support, or even some regular sponsorships from different avenues, different providers. So that's something that's in the pipeline. Other things, right? Coming down to the end of the update. What does the future hold for MBS? Looking at the current situation. Looking at the current situation, at the moment, I'm halfway there in terms of, like owning the equipment to actually sort of do some decent shooting, editing and so on, but I'm not quite there yet. Until I have all the equipment, I can't really, shoot quality documentaries. I have spoken to several people about several different topics, several different people about their biographies, about their life, or people that have passed away, looking back at their life and how they've contributed towards the community at large. These sort of things. In order to do these things, like you need quality equipment, and as the saying goes, if you're going to do it, you're best doing it right. So that's one of the holdbacks at the moment. We're also working on some comedy sketches that doesn't really require a lot of equipment. If we shoot during the daylight, during the day, light is adequate, so hopefully we should get very, very good video footage to start off with. So that's something that we're working on, like some comedy sketches. We'll be also working on short plays, or like short movies, if you will, based around certain messages. We are actually working on the script for that, how to make a certain message come through within a short given time, sometimes even without dialogue, with just action. Again, we're still working on that, and once we're close, we'll let you know even more about this. Interviews, yes. there are some interviews that we're planning on doing. I've spoken to a few artist friends down south, and unfortunately, one of the unfortunate side effects of not having a car is you're limited with travel. So at the moment I'm a bit knackered because I've got 2 cars that are actually sat on the driveway. Both of them are pretty much ready to go to the scrapyard. So I need to get some wheels, and very soon, if I'm gonna, you know, if I'm gonna start interviewing these guys. So that's something that's coming up. Someone approached me about doing some music videos. Now, again, you know, like, music videos are pretty easy to shoot because they're only like short segments of, you know, film clips, and you're just taking a little bit here, a little bit there, and then just cramming everything into, you know, probably about half an hour of useful footage into between 3 and 5 minutes, and that's pretty straightforward. But again, it's the editing, and my PC is quite outdated, so I need to update that before I actually start on that. In terms of music, you know, for the music video, you know, I'm working on that. Even though my PC crashes so many times, you know, it's like every time I add a note, every time I add a track, it's save. And if I manage to save it before it crashes, brilliant, you know, I can carry on from there. And sometimes, you know, like, you get really intensively into it and you don't save it in time, and all that work is lost once the PC crashes. So at the moment I'm just trying to get hold of a PC that's quite stable and does the job. And that's about it, really. Yeah, that's about it. So let's see now. Muhammad Ataur Rahman is watching as well. Assalamu alaikum. Ataur by Eid Mubarak. Ashawari Balaso. Right, so in terms of the update, I think that's about it. I'm going to touch on a little bit of our Bengali politics. When I say politics, it's not Bangladeshi politics as such, it's just politics within our communities. And what I mean by politics in our communities is that most of the time what we see is we have, you know, many different groups within the same towns. Guys, wouldn't it be better if everyone got together, put their resources together and work together for one, you know, polished product, rather than doing, you know, 5 or 6 different products incomplete? I don't know, it's just a suggestion. Anyway, so right, okay, so what are we talking about today now? Right, okay. Right, so come on fellas, what are we chatting about today? Are we carrying on, or shall I call it quits? It's 50 minutes already. So what are we doing? There was a nice little post I made in our I Love Bangladesh group about, you know, the recent floods and, you know, how we can prevent it. I posed a question to everyone, as in, you know, we've got roughly about 17,500 members, and the question to the members were, without being politically biased, what can we as citizens, as residents, as expats, what can we do to alleviate, to make, you know, or prevent, you know, these flood disasters in Bangladesh? And that was the question I posed. Maybe because, you know, like this is quite a hot topic at the moment, because, you know, a lot of people are, you know, like sort of suffering due to the floods. So maybe we can chat about that. What do you think? I'm waiting for your comments. Let's see what people have got to say about it. You know, can we, or shall we leave that for next week's topic? Talk about, you know, floods, the effects of floods, and simple preventative measures that we as the general public can take in order to reduce, you know, the damage, the disease, the devastation that floods cause. Let me know in the comments. You know, are we chatting about that, or are we leaving that for next week? Tahira Begum says yes, carry on. Okay, so let's see, you know, like what everyone else is thinking. You know, maybe we need a few more people to sort of jump in the conversation. What can we do? You know, can we as expats, you know, people living outside of the country who are still, you know, like have a massive amount of love for Bangladesh and are very concerned about what's happening due to floods, you know, the financial damage, the health, the livestock. You know, what are we doing? Yeah, Farooq Ali Raisa was saying, don't talk about Bangladeshi politics in this program. In my opinion, I think we should leave it for them. Yes, Faisal, like I said, you know, like I don't like to talk about politics because, you know, I don't want to make enemies. You know, I like to be on the good side of everyone. But, you know, rather than talking about politics, we're talking about preventative measures. What can we do, you know, to prevent future floods, to prevent loss of lives, to prevent waterborne diseases, to prevent loss of livestock, to prevent loss of agriculture. What else? Try to help the most needy people. Yes, but how do we help them, Baisab? How do we help the needy people? The question is, you know, most of us, you know, we tend to say that, yes, we'll help them financially. But the thing is, there's a saying, if you give a farmer a fish, he will survive for a day. Or if you give him the means to fish, he can survive far longer. So, what, you know, like, do we just keep giving people handouts, or do we show people how to take themselves out of this situation? Do you guys think that it's a good idea to, you know, carry on paying money, helping, you know, like sort of donating money to the needy? Do you think, you know, like we need to do something about it, as in come up with innovative ideas, ideas that don't cost much, ideas that maybe the government can implement, ideas maybe that the general public can implement? Oh, we've got Musharraf Hussain. Dr. Sab is watching. Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak. Ashawari Balasun, Dr. Sab, thank you for joining us. Just for your update, Dr. Saab, basically I was giving an update on what MBS has been doing thus far, and today is MBS's birthday. Today was the day we first posted our first video, even though it was just the logo, but it was the first video we launched. And also, given the stats that we have 925 YouTube subscribers, not a huge lot, you know, compared to others, but still it's an achievement for us, with 165,000 views worldwide. That is quite impressive. And essentially, you know, like what we're thinking of doing in the future, and you know, other programs that we're thinking about doing, you know, like short dramas, short movies, documentaries, etc., etc. And that's a quick rundown of what we've been talking about. At the moment, we're talking about the floods, how it's affecting people, what we can do in order to help them. Do we just give them handouts? Do we keep making donations, or can we actually contribute in other ways? For example, giving them ideas on how to prevent floods, how to manage flood, so that they they can prevent being victims, prevent from losing livestock, losing crop, losing falling ill, etc., etc. We've got Shah Tahir Bhai is watching as well. Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak, what's up? Hope you're alright. Thank you for joining us. Helping Tahira Begum says helping them with means not just for short term but long term if possible, in my opinion. That's a good way of thinking. I like the way you think. Any other suggestions by anyone? Globally, we know that climate change has... Okay, some people might hate me for this. Some people think that climate change is like a political agenda. It's a myth. It's all a lie. It's a commercial scaremongery. However, the truth remains, water levels are rising every year. And with a country like Bangladesh, a country full of rivers, waterways, it's really difficult for us to steer ourselves out of it. However, there are simple means. There are simple means that, expats can help. The general public can do themselves. And also, the government can also help without actually going through an immense amount of expense. Someone actually made a comment on I Love Bangladesh group, on the original post I posted, and I can't remember who it was, but it was a good idea. The guy suggested that the government were to dredge the waterways, the canals, the rivers. Dredging obviously, takes away all the rubbish, all the, all the it clears the waterway up a bit. But, you know, I'm sure there are other means that we can take, and it's a question of finding those other means and implementing it. Now, again, you know, like I was talking at work, and we were having a quick discussion, and the discussion became quite heavy, really, and the argument basically was that we don't, without going into politics in a deep manner and without name calling, blaming, you know, pointing fingers, you know, we could easily say that, okay, there are various different ways of looking at it. If we don't have flood disasters in Bangladesh, we don't get foreign aid. That is a cruel comment. Let me say this. That is a very cruel comment. It's not a nice comment. I mean, what's the point of having foreign aid at the expense of losing our citizens? Wouldn't it be far more better spent if we could, you know, work on preventative measures and spend any excess money on education? So on that discussion, you know, we were like sort of saying, well, what if, you know, the government took a 10-year plan? I said, yeah, 10-year plan looks about reasonable. So I'm going to refer back to my earlier memories of Bangladesh. There are certain parts of the Surma River which have dried up. You can literally walk across. And when I was a kid, I used to look from the top of the, you know, look over the top of the bridge, and you used to see a huge river. Maybe, you know, like back then, you know, I was a lot smaller, my eyes were smaller, and it probably looked big. I'm only joking. There was a lot of water in the river. Nowadays, you know, like the river is filling up with silt and so on and so forth, because it's coming up, coming down, you know, like through landslides and so on and so forth, and gradually filling up, which means that the waterway can't accommodate as much water volume as it used to do. Therefore, we get far more drastic floods. Another example, you know, we were talking about this as well, saying that, you know, there is another way. For example, you know, like when we get land near the road, that is government land. So, you know, you have to lease it. So let's say, I don't know, let's say for argument's sake, there's the road here, there's a little canal, waterway canal here, and then over here is your land. So because this bit here is the main road, you know, preferably you'd like, if you're going to put a shop there, you would like access from the main road onto your land. So what do people commonly do? They fill the gap. They get soil from either, you know, another land and fill the gap. They fill the gap, and what happens to the waterway? It stops. It stops the water flowing. Now, if the government had said that it's going to be illegal to do that because it's government land, A, B, you're leasing the land from the government, so therefore it could be a lease condition that anyone who actually puts a bridge, or, you know, bridges the main road to the land which has a canal or waterway going through, by law they have to, a condition of the lease is they have to put one of those concrete arches so that there's some, you know, some space for water to flow. If that's the case, you know, that solves one problem. At least you don't have sitting water, still water. You don't have, you know, like sitting still water. At least the water's flowing. So if one area gets a bit flooded, that water can still pass through. That's one solution. Another solution is the government. I mean, at the moment, you know, if you're getting soil from someone's land, you have to pay them for each cubic feet of soil that you're taking. Now, if the government were to turn around and say, hey up, hang on a sec, here's the deal. You, the general public, can take as much soil as you desire from the canals or the waterways or the rivers. Now, how do you go about doing that? Simples. You put a dam on this end, you put a dam on that end. So you got this much space blocked off, and then using a water pump, you siphon out all the water and you dig into the riverbed or the canal bottom and take as much soil as you want. The deeper you go, the more volume of water it would hold. And if everyone started doing that, and if the government basically said, look, don't turn every zomin into a burokhet, because that's what's happening at the moment. People are taking soil for making bricks, people are taking soil to make foundations, you know, make the ground higher for their buildings, properties, shops, etc., etc. Now, if they were to say, for example, no, you can't do that no more. However, we can save you a ton of wood, a wad of cash, if you were to put a dam on this end, put a dam on this end, and siphon out all the water, dig as much as, you know, take as much soil as you want. Now, let's say, I don't know, I'm just for argument's sake, you take 100 foot square, you know, 100 square feet of soil, and you remove that. That means water displacement, as in there would be 100 foot square amount of space for more water to be held in that waterway, canal or river. So that in itself is a solution. Now, to be honest with you, from where I'm from, I always see someone, you know, there's always someone, you know, like taking soil from one area and putting it in another. You know, because with population growth comes what? Dwelling space. And people, you know, are turning farming land into, you know, dwelling spaces. And in order to, you know, like live in those places, you need to raise it by, you know, 2 feet to 1.5 meters, 2 meters even. Some people even go to extreme, raise it really high. And if that's the case, and if they were to take the soil rather than from the adjacent field, they were taking that soil from the waterway, they would actually be doing the country a favour and saving some money at the same time. Now, let's say, for example, who actually makes sure that this happens? The government have MPs in areas. MPs, and as they go down in rank, you know, you've got chairmans, members, and so on and so forth. That message should be passed down from the top level down to these guys, and ultimately what the message is basically reinforcing people, saying, hey, guess what, it's legal to do that now. You can, you know, you get free soil, you can do it, free mati, no problem, take as much as you want. And by doing so, you're actually combating some of the problems. Okay, so we got rid of that one. That's one idea out of the way. Second idea, planting trees. Now, I'm sure many people have been talking about that for ages and ages. Planting trees. What do planting trees do? It removes carbon dioxide, gives us oxygen. Simple. But at the same time, what it does is, if they are planted at roadsides, canal sides, river banks, what it does, it reinforces the soil with their roots. So there's going to be a minimum amount of landslide happening, because as the rain comes, rushes, it's not just soil it's washing through. It's washing through, trunks, roots, and it's going to lose less amount of soil if it was compared to just soil itself. So that is a preventative measure. At the same time, we can make man-made dams, and on those dams we can put down, like generators, and create a stream, a constant stream of water coming through, in turn rotating jennies, creating, like electric out of water. So that can be fed into, the national grid. If not the national grid, maybe the local area or the distribution centre. I don't know how it works, but it's all possible. That's just a couple of my ideas. What are yours? So we've got Jamal Mia watching, Alam Shah is watching, Dadabai is watching, Muki Chaudhry Situai is watching. Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're actually at the end of the show, and today's show, just for you guys, just to sort of give you an update on what we're talking about, is essentially giving you guys an update of what we've done so far, what we plan to do, and just for your benefit, the statistics are, so far on our YouTube channel we've got 925 YouTube subscribers. We've got 165,000 views worldwide, and that lot equates to, a ridiculous amount of minutes. It equates to 5,970,000 minutes, which is equal to 11.5 years of viewing approximately. So a huge thank you for everyone who supported us. None of this would have been possible without you. And again, today is MBS's birthday. On this day last year, we belted out our video, our logo video, and the funny tagline video, Ereh, hunchoni. So our official broadcast starts on the 27th, which is next week. So there you have it. That's essentially what it is, and we've been just talking about, flood prevention, which is something that, like I'll be talking in a future program, specifically just that, so we can, sort of put our heads down and just talk about that, and that's that. Okay, so we're coming to the end of our program, and I think it's time. It is time for the random number generator. Let's see. Let me grab a pen, and then I'll jot down the winning numbers. Just bear with me one sec. There we go. Yeah. আমরা মুখে চৌধুরী সিটু ভাইয়া হইরা ওরফে দাদা ভাই হইরা happy birthday MBS. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Right, let's see. Random number generator, that's the one I'm looking for. Right, okay. Right, so generating numbers 1 to 925. And the first number is 582. 582. The second number is 179. The third number is 467. The fourth number is 144. The fifth number is 275. And the sixth number is 32. I'm gonna put this lot on the comments section, and you know, hopefully everyone that has texted me, inboxed me after they've subscribed, I'll be checking. I'll give you roughly about until next Wednesday's show to inbox me. Obviously, you know, like again, what the conditions were of the competition was very simple. Go to our YouTube page, hit the subscribe button, inbox us inbox us in MBS saying done. Once I receive the message, I send you a number, and that's the random number that I'm generating at this moment. And if your number has come up, and that's if you have texted me, I don't know off heart who's who, but I'm gonna wait a week and see, you know, like who messages me, and I'll check my logs, because you know there are a huge number of messages I have to go through. So guys, please look through your messages, and if you can match the number, please inbox me, and I'll verify it. Once I verify it, I'll text you back asking for your details, whether you're going to pick it up yourself, if you know, if you're in this area, if you're going to pick it up yourself, or if you want me to send it by post, let me know. So once again, the numbers are 582, 179, 467, 144, 275, and 32. So I've picked up 6 numbers. I'm sure at least 3 of you are gonna respond. If not, you know, I'll do another draw next week, and hopefully, you know, if I find some sponsors for mugs, stickers, t-shirts, caps, and so on and so forth, I'll get them made, and then, you know, like subsequently, you know, like put up random competitions every now and then. But as the saying goes, in order to win it, you have to be in it. And oh, we've got Joe. Joe is watching as well. Hello, Joe. How you doing, mate? So, I guess this is good night from me, unless anyone wants to make a comment. Oh, yeah. Tahira Begum says, where's the cake? In all honesty, amongst all the fact finding and other bits and bobs, I totally forgot about the cake. Oops. These things happen. We'll pretend that next week is our birthday, and you know, I'll try and get a cake or a cupcake. You know, depends. If there's two of us, you know, I'll probably get a cake. If not, you know, I'll probably get a cupcake and I'll have it with my coffee. And with that being said, thank you very much. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Adab. Bala tahuka, shusta tahuka, shundur tahuka. And I'll see you again next Wednesday. There we go.